Alpa, and today we are going to make chaklis. During Diwali, whenever I think of snacks, I think of chakli. That is the very first thing that I feel excited about. But I also keep a stack of chaklis in my kitchen as spare throughout the year because it is just absolutely a perfect dish to serve along with some chai. Whenever you have unexpected guests, you don't know what to serve with your tea, this is what you can do. You can serve some chaklis. So let's see how to make them. They are pretty simple and very few ingredients. All you're gonna need is some rice flour, which is chawal ka atta, unsalted butter. This is homemade butter that I made at home, some salt, some Kashmiri red chili powder. This is sesame seed, which is til, or you can call it tal, and this is curd. This is a little bit on the sour side, and that is exactly how we want it for this dish. We're also going to need a little bit of water to knead the dough and some oil for frying. Those are the ingredients that you're going to need to make chakli. Isn't that simple? Very simple, isn't it? So let's get started. So in our dry flour, rice flour, I'm going to add all the other rest of the dry ingredients. First goes in the sesame seed, then the red chili powder, then the salt, and we're just going to quickly mix this and mix it properly. Now it's time for us to add the curd. If you want to have a little bit sour curd, you can just keep it outside overnight. Now we are going to add the homemade butter or the unsalted butter. And we're just going to mash this up like this and mix it all together. Okay, all our ingredients are nicely mixed in. By the way, guys, there's no need for you to melt the homemade butter. It'll automatically melt when you're mixing it. And now it's time to add some water to our mix. By the way, before I add that, I want to show you one thing. See, once I press this, it's forming like this. It's forming into a rough dough. That is exactly how you want it. Once you have achieved that, that is the time when you add water. Now by now you guys know me, I never add all the water together. I always add it as I go along. That reduces the chance of messing up. And we are just going to need a soft dough now. Okay, so I've kneaded the dough now. This is all set. We're going to keep it aside for 10 to 15 minutes and then we are going to make the chaklis. So our dough has been sitting, resting for past 10 to 15 minutes. It's nice and set. What we're going to need now is a sheet of plastic, or even you can use a newspaper, and a machine. This is chakli maker. It is also known as kitchen press. It is absolutely versatile and absolutely necessary in my kitchen. You guys should really invest in something like this. You can make so many varieties with this. You can make chakli, of course, and some South Indian dishes, some saves, the thin one and the thick one. You can also make some gathias. So in such a small compact item, you get so much variety. So do invest in it. Just buy it online. It's easily available online. Just with a click of a button, you will be able to make so many more dishes. So now let's get ready with the process. We are making chaklis, so we don't need the rest of these discs. Keeping that aside, take this, take a little bit of oil. Now this is not hot, so I'm gonna use a little, and just run it through over here like that and place it like this inside, making sure that the oil part is on top. Okay, now just take a little bit of oil and place it in here like that. and just run your finger through, making sure that it's nicely covered. The same thing happens over here. Apply a little bit of oil and we are set to put the dough inside. Now taking the dough, I'm just going to roll the dough like this and put it in our cylinder. So once your dough is inside, let's lock this cylinder. I just have fun doing this. As a kid, I used to always do this, you know. I used to always play with this. So we're just going to lock this, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to make the chaklis. Okay guys, so the fun part starts. Here is what you're going to do. You're just going to go around like this and move your hand along with this as you go along. Just going to go with one more round, and then you break it and just attach it and lightly press it over here. So it's locked. There is a circle now and it's locked. That's how you're going to make the rest of the chaklis. This used to be like a project for me and my mom to do during Diwali. We used to spend so much time in the kitchen making these. I have so many fond memories of doing this as a kid. So yeah, you can also do the same. Like if you have kids, you can just have fun with them doing this. And this way they will learn something to do along with making something as nice and yummy as some chaklis. So our raw chaklis are ready and the oil is also nicely heated up. Now it's time for us to add the chakli. So very carefully you add the chaklis. The first chaklis always let it be a tester. You should always make sure that the oil is hot enough. Just let it be in the oil for about 45 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to turn this over. We're going to make sure that it's nicely golden brown in color on both the sides, and then we are going to remove them on a plate which is covered with some paper towel. So I'm just going to turn it over now, and I'm going to let this cook for a bit. I always like to check in between if they are done, especially the very first batch. And looks like they are done. Look at the color. This is exactly where you want your chakli to be at. And let's just drain out the oil. Oops. And remove the chakli. Time to add the rest of the batches. So all the frying is taken care of. I have let the chaklis rest on the counter for about 15 to 20 minutes or till the time they have reached to room temperature. And now it's time for me to take a bite. And I'm going to break it into a small piece. Be a lady about it. Can you hear the crunch? That is just absolutely music to my ears. It is amazing. The butter, the homemade butter, gives amazing texture and taste, and the sesame seeds does add a lot of flavor to the chakli. Make sure you add the sesame seeds. Such a simple recipe, so easy to make. Do make it at your house. And guys, for the written and printable recipes, you know where to go. It's Something's Cooking with Alpa has got your back as always, and I will see you very soon. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. It's so easy. Just to click off a button and you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any of my recipes. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.